gamers. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pixel Quest Ultimate Game Reviews. I'm your host, Emma Reeves, and I've got a real treat lined up for you today as we delve into the world of stealth, espionage, and mind games with Metal Gear Solid. So grab your rations, strap on your cardboard box, and get ready for an adventure like no other. Let's jump straight into the action. Alright, so let's talk about the gaming world before Metal Gear Solid burst onto the scene. Picture this. It's the late 90s, and the gaming landscape is dominated by two-dimensional platformers and sprite-based graphics. We're talking about games like Super Mario Bros., Sonic the Hedgehog, and Street Fighter. These games were all about fast-paced action and colorful characters, but there was a sense that something was missing. Players were craving a deeper, more immersive experience. They wanted a game that would challenge their minds as much as their reflexes. And then, in 1998, along came Metal Gear Solid. This game didn't just push the boundaries of what was possible in gaming, it shattered them. Metal Gear Solid brought a whole new level of depth to the gaming world. It wasn't just about running and gunning, it was about stealth, espionage, and mind games. Players were thrust into the role of Solid Snake, a legendary Special Forces operative, and tasked with infiltrating a high-security compound to stop a nuclear threat. The game's attention to detail was unparalleled. The environments were meticulously designed, the storyline was intricate and engaging, and the characters were fully fleshed out. And let's not forget the iconic voice acting, which set a new standard for the industry. Metal Gear Solid wasn't just a game. It was an experience. It showed the world that video games could be art. And it laid the groundwork for the modern gaming landscape, where storytelling and immersion are just as important as graphics and gameplay. So, next time you pick up your controller, take a moment to thank Metal Gear Solid for setting the stage for the incredible gaming experiences we have today. So, let's talk about Solid Snake. He's the epitome of a stealthy, tactical soldier with a mysterious past and a penchant for getting himself out of tight spots. Born from the genes of the legendary soldier Big Boss, Snake has a complex and deep backstory. He's not your typical hero. He's rough around the edges, with a dark side and a troubled past. But that's what makes him so compelling. He's not just a one-dimensional action hero. He's a multi-layered character with inner demons and conflicting motivations. Throughout the Metal Gear Solid series, we see Snake evolve and grapple with the weight of his past, his loyalty to his country, and his ultimate mission. He's not just fighting physical enemies, he's also battling his inner turmoil and the moral complexities of his mission. Despite his cool exterior and tactical prowess, Solid Snake is also relatable. He's flawed, he's human, and he's constantly searching for his place in the world. His struggles and the emotional depth of his character make him a compelling and enduring protagonist. So as we dive deeper into the Metal Gear Solid universe, remember that Solid Snake is more than just a soldier. He's a complex and compelling character with a story that goes beyond just stealth and espionage. Keep that in mind as we continue to explore the world of Metal Gear Solid. Now let's talk about the revolutionary stealth mechanics that changed the game in Metal Gear Solid. These mechanics set a new standard for stealth gameplay and had a significant impact on the gaming industry as a whole. One of the defining features of Metal Gear Solid's stealth mechanics is the strategic use of cover, shadows, and line of sight to avoid detection. Players had to carefully plan their movements and utilize the environment to remain undetected by the enemy. This level of tactical gameplay was groundbreaking at the time and paved the way for future stealth-oriented games. The introduction of sound-based detection added a new layer of complexity to the stealth mechanics. Players had to be mindful of the noise they made, whether it be footsteps, distracting objects, or even the sound of their own breathing. This heightened awareness of auditory cues added a whole new dimension to the stealth experience, making it even more immersive and challenging. Furthermore, the use of gadgets and tools for espionage and infiltration was a game changer. From the iconic cardboard box to thermal goggles and silenced weapons, players were equipped with a range of tools to aid them in their stealthy endeavors. These tools not only facilitated creative approaches to navigation and infiltration, but also enhanced the sense of being a covert operative in a high-stakes espionage mission. Metal Gear Solid not only introduced pioneering gameplay mechanics, but also emphasized the psychological aspects of stealth. The game delved into the concepts of manipulating enemy behavior, using distractions to create opportunities, and exploiting their vulnerabilities. This psychological dimension added a whole new layer of depth to the stealth experience, engaging players in a cerebral game of cat and mouse with their adversaries. Overall, the revolutionary stealth mechanics in Metal Gear Solid redefined the way players approached stealth gameplay. By incorporating a myriad of tactical, technical, and psychological elements, the game not only changed the landscape of stealth mechanics, but left a lasting impact on the industry, influencing countless games that followed. All right, so let's talk about what makes the Metal Gear Solid series stand out in the world of gaming: the storytelling. Hideo Kojima, the mastermind behind the franchise, has a knack for weaving intricate and deeply compelling narratives that keep players hooked from start to finish. What sets Kojima's storytelling apart is his ability to combine elements of stealth, espionage, and intense mind games within a gripping narrative. The way he seamlessly blends these elements together creates an experience that's both exhilarating and intellectually stimulating. One of Kojima's strengths is his attention to detail and his commitment to crafting complex, multi-layered characters. Take Solid Snake, for example. He's not just your average action hero. He's a complex figure grappling with his identity, morality, and the consequences of his actions. The supporting cast, from Revolver Ocelot to Psycho Mantis, add depth and intrigue to the story, making the game's world feel rich and immersive. Kojima's storytelling also thrives on its ability to keep players guessing. The unexpected plot twists, the intricate espionage missions, and the psychological mind games all work together to create an experience that constantly challenges and surprises the player. At the heart of Kojima's storytelling lies a deep respect for the intelligence of the player. He doesn't spoon-feed the narrative. Instead, he trusts the audience to engage with the story and draw their own conclusions. This level of respect for the player's intelligence is what sets Kojima's storytelling apart and makes the Metal Gear Solid series a truly memorable and impactful experience. So, if you're a fan of games that are more than just mindless action and you're craving a narrative that will keep you on the edge of your seat, then you owe it to yourself to dive into the world of Metal Gear Solid. Kojima's storytelling magic is sure to captivate and challenge you in ways that few other games can. Now let's talk about the unforgettable characters in Metal Gear Solid. Sure, the gameplay is gripping, and the stealth action is addictively fun, but what really sets this game apart is its cast of characters. From the iconic Solid Snake to the enigmatic Revolver Ocelot, these characters are more than just NPCs. They each bring a depth and complexity that adds layers to the storyline, making the game feel like a living, breathing world. And let's not forget about the villains. Who could overlook the legendary antagonist, Liquid Snake? These characters are so well crafted and multidimensional that they stay with you long after you've put down the controller. This is what sets Metal Gear Solid apart and makes it a true masterpiece of gaming storytelling. Hey there, so we just touched on how Metal Gear Solid has a knack for playing with our minds, right? I mean, it's not just about sneaking around to complete missions and taking down enemies. The game straight up messes with our heads in the best way possible. You know what's mind-blowing? The fourth wall breaking moments in Metal Gear Solid, like when the game directly acknowledges the player and starts messing with reality. Remember in Metal Gear Solid 2, when Colonel Campbell starts talking to you, the player, instead of the actual character? It's like, whoa, did the game just jump out of the screen and into my head? And then there's Psycho Mantis, literally reading your memory card and mind, making your controller vibrate like it's possessed. It's like the game is toying with our perceptions and blurring the lines between fiction and reality. But it doesn't stop there. Metal Gear Solid 1 with its Psycho Mantis fight, where you have to switch the controller port to beat him. That's some next-level mind game, right? Like the game is playing with the very device you're using to play it. It's these kinds of mind-bending moments that make Metal Gear Solid stand out. It's not just about the action and stealth, but also about challenging our perceptions and making us question what's real and what's just a game. Man, I love this stuff. Let's talk about the impact of Metal Gear Solid on gaming. This game, released back in 1998, was a total game changer. It brought a level of storytelling and cinematic art to video games that was unheard of at the time. The cutscenes, the voice acting, and the intricate plot lines set a new benchmark for what could be achieved in video game storytelling. It really blurred the line between video games and movies, setting a new standard for cinematic experiences in gaming. The game's use of stealth and espionage mechanics also had a lasting impact on the gaming industry. It popularized the stealth genre and inspired many other games to incorporate similar gameplay elements. The way it merged action, stealth, and intricate storytelling showed the world that video games could be so much more than just mindless entertainment. And let's not forget about the mind games it played with the player. Hideo Kojima, the creator of Metal Gear Solid, is known for his meta-narratives and breaking the fourth wall. The way the game messes with your head, from Psycho Mantis reading your memory card to the infamous codec frequency trick, really pushed the boundaries of what a game could do to engage and involve the player on a whole new level. So, it's clear that Metal Gear Solid has left an indelible mark on the gaming industry. It not only raised the bar for storytelling and cinematic art in video games, but also influenced countless titles that came after it. It's a true testament to the power of innovative game design and storytelling in shaping the landscape of gaming as we know it today. All right, let's dive into some of the feedback and thoughts shared by members of the Metal Gear Solid community. One listener, Sarah from Texas, brought up an interesting point about the concept of stealth in the game. She mentioned how the game's emphasis on stealth and espionage really adds a layer of intensity and strategy that keeps her coming back for more. Another member, Alex from Canada, shared his thoughts on the mind games aspect of Metal Gear Solid. He highlighted how the psychological elements of the game, such as manipulating opponents and using deception, create a truly immersive and engaging experience. Then there's John from the UK, who discussed the unique blend of action and storytelling in Metal Gear Solid. He pointed out how the game manages to strike a perfect balance between gameplay and narrative, which he believes sets it apart from other games in the genre. It's clear that the Metal Gear Solid community is passionate and insightful, and it's great to hear such diverse perspectives. Keep those thoughts and feedback coming, folks. Well, folks, that wraps up today's episode of Pixel Quest. We went deep into the clandestine world of Metal Gear Solid, unraveling the intricate web of stealth, espionage, and mind games. If you're a fan of sneaky tactics and thrilling narratives, then this game is a must-play. Next time on Pixel Quest, we'll be diving into the action-packed realm of first-person shooters. Get ready for intense firefights, adrenaline-pumping showdowns, and pulse-pounding excitement. It's going to be an epic ride, so make sure to tune in. Thanks for joining us today, and until next time, happy gaming!